On December 3rd, 2016, a group of us from several of Professor Selena's classes went on a trip to the Everglades. This is as close as we got to a panther. We got to meet several students from Orchard Villa Elementary and Poinciana Elementary School. I got the honor of being paired up with Brianna. And we started off the day at the Ernest Cove Visitor Center.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay, here we are. So this is where we are. This is where we are right now. Where we are.
Once inside the visitor center, there is very realistic, almost lifelike animals, which at first we thought were real animals, but then we saw that they're fake.
It's the same map that we saw.
After taking a quick tour in the visitor centers, we took a little snack break in this nice little view area where we got to see a lake and see some of the birds that lived around in the Everglades. On the bus ride over, Brianna had told me that she was shy about dancing, but clearly that was not the case.
Where do you see money? My eyes are twinkling.
At the sight of money, they became very delighted, but we quickly informed them that this was money to help clean up the Everglades because it does get easily polluted with pollutants that end up in the waters and in the grass.
But it looked real. I thought it was real.
Oh, it's real stuff or fake?
No, it's fake. But it looks real. Look at the other guy. Look, you guys can touch it. This is like the beak. Oh yeah. Remember the bird I showed you with the spoon?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. The spoon. Yeah.
I can't open it.
Once in back the visitor center, they got to tour a little more of what was available out in the Everglades. They got to get a little more informed of what kind of like turtles, alligators, birds, and other creatures might be out there for them to see.
We are taking pictures of everything. Me too.
It was nice to see that the kids were actually very interested in all these animals and what they were learning about. It's nice to see that they'll probably go back home and show it to their other friends that didn't get to come on this field trip with them.
It's like birds.
Oh, we'll take pictures of that.
Different birds.
But I like the story. They have it together.
You take it too.
She's paparazzi.
I use that one. Yeah, I like orange.
That's what it feels.
Ooh, I took a picture of these. These bones.
That's the beak of a bird.
A beak?
Yeah.
No, look. The turtles look like it's real.
Oh, I didn't even notice the turtle. Good eyes. Oh, how cool. The turtles here have soft shells.
It's where my brother has a turtle.
We got biodiversity. I'm not sure if that's right.
On the bus ride, the students were giving little scavenger-like hunt papers where they had questions regarding the Everglades at each of the stops where we would be going, one of them being here at the visitor center. They were asked to write or describe their favorite animal, and Brianna chose the turtle. I got to find out that Brianna is quite the little artist. She not only decided to describe what her favorite animal was, she drew it, and she's actually a pretty good artist. Very fast for it having been done by pen.
That's really good. You're a really good artist.
We then went into a room where they were shown a informative video regarding the Everglades. It was like about 20 minutes long. They got to learn about what they were about to go see. If they were paying close attention, some of the answers that they had in their questionnaire were answered here in this video. One of them being regarding how much rain falls.
All created by water, all linked by water, and all in every South Floridian's backyard. These water wonderlands offer places to explore and to have fun. And at the heart of this vast, interconnected ecosystem is the Everglades, the largest of Florida's national parks. A 1.5 million acre wilderness, harboring a wide array of plants and animals, from the microscopic to the menacing. And slowly drifting over it all is the engine that drives the Everglades. Wherever you go,
We then took a quick bus ride over to one of the Pine Islands where they got to see and hang a bird that they had already previously learned about. They were really excited. One of the gentlemen that went along on the trip with us, he had binoculars so that they could actually take a look at the bird closer, get to see the details on the feathers, the type of beak, the coloring. They even found the nest, where they saw a baby egg.
We can, real quick.
I just see sticks. Oh, I see. Oh, it's so pretty. Come on, girls.
He has found an alligator. Are you guys excited to see the alligator?
Yes.
Yeah.
See that crocodile. Got my Snapchat ready.
Your Snapchat.
You said your Snapchat.
Overall, it was a really nice bonding experience. I really enjoyed being out with the kids and having them learn and taking them out, more like exposing them to something new that maybe they're not used to seeing as a part of their everyday life. So it's just a really nice overall experience that we got to go on this field trip with them, and the fact that we actually got to see an alligator, even though the first one was hiding under the grass. It was still really exciting for them to see. They all had their phones out taking pictures, Snapchatting it. Although hard to see at the very top of the screen, we did spot another alligator, so that was exciting because this one you could actually see like the eyes poking out, and at one point it started moving a bit closer towards one of the mangrove islands. So that was very exciting that we got to see not only one but two, because in this type of weather or this kind of rainfall, it's actually kind of hard to see them. So the kids were excited, and especially with the little binocular.
Oh, stop! I'm sorry.
What that made the sound? Oh, it's scary.
She thought it was right there, right by her. Oh, stop! See it? It's two of them.
We then took another short bus ride to another part of the Everglades where we enjoyed a nice little lunch break, thanks to Professor Salinas and his wife, that they prepared us some snacks for us to eat. The kids got to enjoy some sandwiches and juices, and this prepared them for the final activity that they would be partaking in. So these children actually partake in poetry lessons about once a week. And the fact that they were out here in the Everglades was because they won a poetry contest, and so the final activity was for them to get a little frame, place it in an area where they thought that they would be inspired, and write a little short poem that they would then share with the rest of us. And once again, Brianna didn't just stop with the poem. She decided to add another quick little drawing of her frame with the little piece of grass that was sticking out of it.
I know there's some wonderful creativity happening. So, I believe we have one volunteer to be next. You gotta be loud.
The grass is green, like
green bags. The grass is tall like a slash pine tree. They're tall like 100 sticks.
Do you like it? It's like the little emoji.
The whole experience was really great. I really truly enjoyed it. I love more than anything than being able to give back in a way where I can actually see the work being put out. It was really a bar-moving experience. I'm really happy that I was able to participate, that I was able to bond with not only Brianna but several of the other children, and hopefully that they continue with their creativity process and that they continue being exposed to other field trips like this so that they can continue